All right, so exercise number one is called the curl up, and it needs to take place of any kind of sit-up or crunch that you might be doing. Sit-ups and crunches, as far as low back dysfunction, are a really good model for how you can replicate a disc injury. So no flexion of the spine is really a rule that we're going to go for at the moment. So what we're calling the curl up is going to involve basically keeping the core as static as possible. The core is really meant to prevent movement rather than to work on creating movement. So the setup for this is pretty simple. You're going to lie flat on your back with one leg out, and then your hands placed down underneath your low back. I don't need you to try to press your hands into your back or to try to push your back flush to the floor, because flexion, as we're kind of figuring out, is potentially a trigger for your back pain. Therefore, pushing your back till it's flush with the floor may produce some of the low back discomfort. So just kind of a neutral position there, and the core will be doing the bracing. So, as I said, lie on your back, and instead of both legs up, you're gonna bring one leg down, and that's gonna help prevent too much flexion. And then hands kind of together like this will go under your low back. And then I want you to imagine that your head is resting on a scale, like a bathroom scale. And then your goal is to basically make the scale read 0. So in order to do that, you're going to use your core to bring the shoulder blades up off the floor and your head off that scale. And then you can come back down. So you can see, obviously, this is different because I'm not having you do any flexion of the spine. You're simply bracing and picking your shoulder blades up off the floor. You can probably see that I'm shaking substantially right now. So to start, you can probably do a couple sets of a 10-second hold, but if you find that 10 seconds is too hard, you can lower that down to 5 seconds. Maybe build yourself up to 5 to 6 repetitions with a 5 to 10 second hold with about 2 sets or so, and I'll kind of write that prescription for you later. But that's exercise number one, the curl up.